A shed update, and not a whole lot, no vintage kits to speak of this go around, more newer kits. But anyway, first up, basically this is a Bandai Hi-Mach. I have no idea what series it is. I thought it was just cool. I like, I don't like specific, well, yes, and I do, specific like Gundam kits, you know, like the main character in the show. I like the background robots. I think they're just have more character. I think they tell you know, just a almost like a battle droid, if you will. And I have no idea if that's a main character or a you know, like a soldier droid or something. But I thought he was cool. I thought, man, you could do any kind of paint job on that. It's just generic enough to you know, do it. But anyway, that's. I picked that up. It's 1/144 scale, which I do have a lot of 1/144 scale Gundams over here. And, you know, you can do planes and ships, you know, it all interacts. But I thought he was just generic enough and very cool. Plus, they're also cheap. So that's also one of the reasons why I picked that up. I just think they look pretty darn slick with I mean, you could add different weapons on there and make, you know, a different type of, I thought about painting one all red, making like a Red Baron type one. That was my first thought anyway. But anyway, adding the Hi-Mach to the Ark. Up next, and I had this, I actually had this ordered since January. And the place that they get Bandai kits from the hobby store take forever to get here, and I had it on layaway. Plus, they did the big move, and I lost, I don't know, I think it came in like a month ago. But anyway, this is a 1/35th scale Gundam kit, which is like the Core Fighter here, which is 35th. You know, 35th, 32nd. But anyway, I wanted this set in particular because you do get a 35th scale Zaku head. That was the plus. Plus, you do get a female figure. I mean, that was the icing on the cake. Got the Zaku head and the female head, which these are just bonus. But anyway, that's two major things. But anyway, I haven't opened it up, but I'm probably going to have to get me another one so I can have two, because you got to have two for the Ark, but you got to have one for the clean head, and then over here one for the damaged head. So I don't know if you get both parts for it or anything. But if you do get both parts, that's actually pretty slick. But then I'll have to get two of these. But anyway, I need the one with the motorcycle, and I think I'll have most of the pretty much a set of the 35th scale ones, which I like them. I know some people don't really care for them. I guess I like the other scales over there. The the high grade, the 1/100 or. Whatever they do over there. But anyway, I did learn something today, and I didn't know this. And just like over here in the many years ago, on vintage kits, you know, that cost $1. That cost $1. That's $1. 98 cents. 98 cents on the Bandai. 3,000 yen. So whatever that translates into, excuse me, American dollars. That's what that is. I did not know that. So you learn something, a little bit of history every day. But anyway, I think it's a gorgeous kit. Of course, all the, Bandai makes the unique, and I think it probably builds up great. I've seen some builds of that, and it looks fantastic. Anyway, we'll be adding the 1/35th Zaku head to the Ark. Now let me get a drink before I get Coffin Hillary here. Up next, we are adding, and I actually got two of these. I got this is the Animal Pit. Last time I added the dungeon. I got two more dungeon and the Animal Pit on order, which I didn't know I had them on order at the time, but anyway, I'll take them both since you don't see them. These are the Lost Aurora kits where they actually made the molds to the model, but they never produced them in 1971-72 because that's when the big hubbub came around. And, parents didn't want their kids to have the monster scene type kits or anything of that nature. But anyway, Dincom, they came out and got the molds and released them. So that's actually just a piece of history that you get to add to the, I guess, to the ARC itself. But anyway, the kit is just, it's absolutely fantastic. It's more of a, I probably need to review it like I did the dungeon one, and I'll probably do that later today. But anyway, got my notes for it, but it's molded in purple. It's a great kit. I mean, what I've seen so far. This was a damaged box one, which I really don't. I do like the box, do like to have a pretty decent box, but it doesn't have to be pristine, you know, it's just the way it is. And here in the history of models. But anyway, adding the Dincom monster scenes to the ARC. I did pick up new Master Box kits. These are Marshall Jesse and Thunder Spirit, which I really didn't know these were coming out. I don't really keep up with, I should, but I just didn't. A friend of mine sent me a picture. He's like, "You getting that one?" And so I had to look around. I was like, ah, she's coming out too at the same time. So, you know, I, of course, must have the pinup series style Master Box figures, which I basically got the whole set going. And now I got the Native American and the, I guess, Marshall. But anyway, I had to have it. I think they're just absolutely fantastic. You get more box than you do kit, which is about the only drawback. But anyway, that's just fantastic. Of course, I'd like to have another. Well, I like to have two of all the female kits, but that's just me. But anyway, I'll be adding. Well, I'll go back there later. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'll be adding the Thunder Spirit and Marshall Jesse to the art, which just beautiful box art. I mean, I think the kit is just fantastic. Up next, and this is something I've been wanting to buy for a while, and they quit making it. And of course, when they quit making something, that's when I want it. And these are 35th scale MAK. Basically figures. I got the Fireball and the Prowler. I got 4 of them, and 2 of them I haven't opened. 2 I have, and I wouldn't classify these as action figures because they do not move. They're more figurines, but you can pull the parts off, and they're basically vinyl. Like, that's a vinyl kit. I mean, it's just you could strip it or, you know, repaint it because they are glossy. I think they're fantastic for the 1/35th scale size, and we'll go back there in a minute and look at that. But anyway, they quit making them, and I really didn't want them at first. I wanted the model kit one that you can get. You can actually get them in styrene, and then I had basically a wild hair in my ass, and I wanted to get them, and I was like, man, I found these reasonably priced, so I got 4 of them, and I may get some more just to hopefully get a complete set, which I won't get 24 of them, but you know, enough to get by. But anyway, I think they're top notch. I wouldn't classify them as a figure, more of a figurine, and they're just convertible enough to where you can convert them into other, even a different pose if you needed to. Just got to whack them, they'd be real easy to do. Go back here to the 30 figure section. See if I can do this without. We'll do it right there. Close enough. Terminators are 32nd. So we're talking, you know, pretty decent size-wise. And 35th be a little bit smaller, but not enough to worry about. Terminators are pretty big. But anyway, that's one thing I wanted to. I just wanted to have them to go with the. And I don't got a whole lot of MAK. I do got some bag kits that I bought that were basically original 80s. There's some were thrown in there, but I wanted the 35th scale ones to go with the. You know, I kind of like this scale. Just it makes it unique. I know everyone does the 120s. But the 35th, you know, it's just because I got a vacuum form nut rocker back here somewhere, and most of the 1/20th scale ones I got, but I don't have very many 1/35. Let me put him back over here. One thing I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to, I may do it, may be included with the shed update. And I'm tinkering with an idea, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. I wanted to do it last year, but just didn't have time. I'm thinking about doing a somewhat of a diorama, but it's more of a vignette is what I really want. I don't want to do the big diorama, but anyway. If you've all seen my turntable B17 diorama thing I did, that's kind of on the verge of what I want to do, but I want to take a turntable and mix it with a MAK suit, and I want to have it spinning and going around and around and around, but that's what I've kind of got in my head, what I want to do. And I kind of want to make like a little space dock type deal with the MAK suit spinning. However, when you do a vignette, you know, most everything is done horizontal, and I like to do, and most people don't do it, vertical. That's that way you actually have a line of sight that goes down this way, and it's not how much. And I like to do the turntables because you got the spinning effect. I don't like to display the piece with the turntable. I want to use the turntable as the piece, and that's if that makes sense. But anyway, I may do some arc segments on that, as in showing you how to coming up with ideas. Because when you come in here, you always have ideas running through your head. You know what I should do, and I may do a segment or two about that when I do the art. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We're going to probably do the little vignette diorama idea, show you how you do step by step while we're doing it inside the arc itself. And I am adding Thunder Spirit and Marshall Jesse to the art, adding 35th scale MAK Machine and Krieger to the art, adding an animal pit, and we are adding some Gundam to the ever-growing Gundam section. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.